Welcome back to this week's episode of Fight Your Rival, ladies and gentlemen, and we're playing on the Sega Saturn. I'm going to hand it over to my guest, whose Saturn it is, Raen Nocturne.
Hello. I'm not really particularly good at any fighting games, and probably there are a lot of people who are better at Virtua Fighter 2 than me, but I played the heck out of this game when I was younger, and it's probably one of the only ones where I can hold my ground against Kurudo. And there's the flying kick, hoi, 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 yeah. If you do that kick right, you can kind of lock the person into being not able to move, which only really works if your opponent isn't particularly good.
Damn infinite.
Yeah, if you can, block and sort of back out of it, you can survive it, but, I was always an amateur, and the people I played were, never, professional or anything, so once you started doing that kick, you just do it over and over and over again, the person couldn't break out of it. It was hilarious.
Well, to be fair, a lot of these fighting games, they were originally just in the arcade. Like, before the Saturn came out, Virtua Fighter 2 had a
pile driver to the ground.
Yeah. Virtua Fighter 2 basically had a bastardized port on the Sega 32X. Yeah. But most people just play this game casually. I mean, I know I did. It's only people who went to the arcades every day with a pocket full of quarters who were really good at this.
Yeah, I mean, this was back in the day, way before online matches and stuff, so...
93, 94!
Yeah, so there was, no real room to improve unless, all your friends were good at this, and so, I would just, play with people, my sister a lot, actually, who is not really super into video games, but we would spend hours on this game just, kicking the crap out of each other. And we actually, banned Lao because of that kick, because once either of us started doing it to each other, neither of us could break out of it, so we banned him as a character unless we wanted to, do the kick and laugh at it, because otherwise we would get so pissed off at each other, and, which, looking back on it, was hilarious, but, yeah.
Yep.
One of the other things that's great about this game is how, absurdly corny it is. All of, their taunts and their victory poses and everything in the character designs, they're so cheesy and corny, but they're hilarious.
And so in Russia, Matrix copy you. No, I mean, the jump in the air, it's basically please attack me! But, the Matrix stole from it. I swear. They did. I could never figure out how to do that diving attack until later. or that jump, or that, really evil ball stomp!
Whoa, I just stomped on your nuts.
I am the evil character because I jumped on your penis.
Yeah, you got, your standard lineup of, characters. Oh god, Pi. She's so annoying. She has triangle boobs. And that kick! What the fuck? What the fuck is up with that kick? It's whoa! Tiny little kick, and ah! He backflipped over himself. What the hell?
It's Falcon Kick in a shoe.
Yeah, really. And a dainty...
Oh, look! It's Chun-Li ripoff.
Having a seizure, apparently. Yeah, her laugh was so high-pitched and ridiculous. Yeah,
I want to be the guy, too! I'll knock off your hat.
And I'm gonna stop falling for that stupid-ass kick. Yeah, I mean, not that I'm a pro or anything, but kind of something that helps with this game a lot is just, blocking and going under your opponent's attacks and then coming back with something quick, because it's once your opponent attacks, they're pretty much weak, we can't block. So if they, keep attacking, it can be really hard to, block and come back at them with something, so they can kind of, do a lot of damage, but if you can somehow throw them off so they miss, that's your opportunity to come in and start pummeling back at them.
Yeah, just picture Tekken without walls and without a place to dodge in the third dimension. There you go.
Oh yeah, the thing that was, killing me,
Yep, that was killing you, alright.
The thing that was driving me nuts here is that I'm so used to sidestepping in 3D fighters. Yeah, and that move that I just did, that backflip kick, that was one of the things that made Jackie one of my favorite characters, because that backflip kick just looks so cool, and it's really easy to see it coming, but when it actually lands, it's awesome.
Unfortunately for this time, we had static, and so we got Family Guy physics instead of the awesome... Oh, I got kicked in the face!
Yeah, I was pretty kind of pissed that it got a little cut. But anyway, about the sidestepping, you know, I'm so used to it. So in this game, there is absolutely no sidestepping. So, you know, you sometimes kind of roll to the side a little bit when you get up, but then the camera sort of does a weird little pokey, like, oh, I'm and I think Pi's crotch just crossed over into the 5th dimension or something.
Next, Akira versus Kage. Or Cage, as I called him back in the day.
Yeah, I called him Cage, too. Like, oh, Cage, the ninja. Ah. Yeah.
Being punched in the back. How very ninja-like.
Yes. I feel like a man when I push you around.
But do you feel like a man when I fall to the ground?
Especially then. Whee! Jumping in this game is fun, too, because you jump so freaking high in the air, and especially when you jump without doing a move, without kicking or anything, because jumping without pulling off a move is completely useless, because once you land, you're gonna get the shit beat out of you, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna watch myself fall and get the tar beaten out of me, but you jump so high, and it's just like, whee! And me and my sister used to, like, just jump over each other, over and over and over and over again, like forward, backward, because we thought it was hilarious.
Wow, all they need is just, like, jet boosters and it could be an air show.
And I think I just, like, punched you in the crotch. Way to go, Akira.
Oda. Oh, wait, no, not quite. Got a little hasty there.
Yeah. I always loved, like, his little victory thing. He goes, Oda.
I'm the Ryu of this game. But surprisingly, I had a hard time picking him up. I guess Jackie's the easier one to play as.
Yeah. Oh, and I love that, like, shove he does. Like, right to the chest. There it is. I'm not really sure how I kept pulling it off, because the other thing about this game, I know I'm not that great at it, but...
Who cares?
Well, a lot of the moves I do, it's completely from muscle memory, because I spent so much time at this game playing with my sister when we were kids, so, like, trying to describe to somebody, like, how to do the moves, like, you know, I don't play a lot of fighters, so most of the terminology is like another language.
Bitch slap! Replay!
Whap! How very ninja-tastic of you, Kage.
Deus Ex bitch slap.
Jumping!
Ah! You tripped the air below me, thus I fell.
Jumping without doing anything is fun. Oh yeah, and sometimes you'll like land in front of an opponent, so your back is completely exposed, and it takes you like a full 2 seconds to turn around, which in a fighting game, 2 seconds is like a year.
Jesus, you beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we should probably specify who's who.
Oh yeah, I was Akira for this round.
Yeah, I keep forgetting, like, unlike modern online games, doesn't tell you. I'm Jackie this time.
Yeah, I was player 1 throughout, so...
Yes, player 2 is me. Because I'm the guest here.
Okay.
Ah!
Ring out. Ring outs, you could adjust the size of the ring to make it bigger, to make ring outs essentially impossible. But I always thought they were kind of funny, especially, like, the physics of getting a ring out, because sometimes you would just, like, slip and fall off the edge, and it looks really funny. It's like your character just gives up and goes, oh, I fell over.
Right here, she was trying to teach me how to do the falling attack, but I still couldn't get it. It's very tricky. And it's exactly the whole muscle memory trying to tell somebody thing.
Yeah, it's like jumping and then doing that falling attack when you do it, like...
And I did it, like, once or twice. Obligatory throw!
Ow! Yeah, but...
It's like, can I get a free throw? No! Kick to the face.
Oh, yeah.
And you boot to the head.
I was like, come on, let me throw you! No. Ow! A lion is hilarious, though, because, like, he's just, like, that obligatory, I'm the youngest character, so I'm gonna be full of energy, and way too peppy for my own good, and you're just gonna want to smack me in the face every time I talk.
Enemy shield analyzed! Star Fox 64.
But, like...
Jackie, your win quotes are hilarious. Especially with that tone of voice. Yes. What? Did I just do a backflip or did I just get uppercutted?
I think you got uppercutted. Oh. The camera did something crazy there. Despite Lion being, like, really ridiculously corny, I did always like his fighting style. I thought the stance was pretty cool. And especially for, you know, an older game like this where everything is super polygonal, I thought it was kind of cool. Actually...
Yeah. I mean, looking at his design, it's like he has knee pads and, like, elbow pads. All he needs is a helmet and a Power Ranger, not Power Rangers, Captain Planet ring, and he'll be all set. He'll be in it from just ripped from the 90s.
Well, he does have that nice puffy vest.
Make sure you recycle, kids. What's your power? Shut up. You're old.
Well, my favorite is when he beats somebody and he does like this very dramatic pose and he goes, "What a knucklehead!" And you're just like, really? Seriously? I don't even want to win anymore if that's what you say when I beat you.
I would have died if it wasn't for these knee pads. I may have gotten a bruise. Double rape face! In stereo!
Yeah, this was a really funny fight. Because, yeah. Jeffrey is not at all a ripoff of Zangief.
Zangief?
No.
Zangief ripoff and Gen inspiration. Wah! Ah, chest! Embrace my chest! Embrace it! And my butt!
Yeah, not Zangief at all.
I really love how they do show, like, if you're doing a falling move, it follows through with it, through the victory pose.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, in case you forgot, bam!
Yeah, that was always fun, like, pulling off that one extra move at the end, just to make it look a little bit cooler, even though it was, like, complete overkill. But it was fun. It's like, yeah, you're on the ground, I already killed you, I'm just gonna get one more shot in. Thanks. Bam!
You missed.
We're doing stuff like that where you, like, trip out of the ring at the end of the level. Like, I don't think it's in this video, but I was playing as, Shun once, the old drunk guy. If you've ever played this game, then you know exactly who I'm talking about, like the Drunken Master style guy. And, at the end of the fight, I accidentally tripped out of the ring, so, or no, it was when he was doing his little victory thing, he tripped and fell, and so his victory thing was lying on the ground, dead. It was hilarious, because he's, the drunk guy, so it was basically like, I win, now I'm passed out.
And now the epic final bout between Kage and the Piss Ninja. I am the Piss Ninja, because I suck at this game compared to her.
I think it's more, that your outfit is like the color of urine. Very classy. Oh,
bring
out.
Oh!
Oh! Chest stomp. It was going, oh my god.
Suggestive.
Yeah, this, the underwater stage is actually the special stage that you got if you played all the way through the arcade mode. What was the name of the silver? Dural, yeah. And that was a cool fight because the physics were really different. It was like you were fighting underwater, which, by today's standards, it's like, whoa, fighting underwater, impressive. But back then, it was like, oh my god, everything's moving slower, and it was a little bit harder, and she was weighted down, so she, or, I forget.
I think it's just easier to call her she.
Yeah. Like, she was really tricky, too. But that was always
she was
a
the boss character.
Yeah. It was a fun fight. I mean, it was just like, silver polygon. But it was still fun.
Yeah. It's not over yet!
Round 4.
Flying kick! Nope. Reversal! Seriously, I think this game, or rather one of my programs, hates your flying kicks.
I guess so.
Because each time it's like, no, static! Anyway, the final battle. Let us be... Ow!
That was always kind of cool, though, when you did that flying stomp thing and you missed. Because it...
Oh! Alright, thanks for joining us, everybody. Stay tuned next week for the next episode. Take care.